So what do you think about this Taipei Valve meeting?
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be back in Taipei. So I'm very happy, very proud to attend Taipei Valves. Always good to do the networking and exchange new ideas, data, and also project things, how are we dealing with the future. So I think Taipei Valve lines up with the Valve meetings across the world, and I'm very happy and very proud to be here.
It's truly our honor to have you here because we know you are my teacher's teacher, and then you push the flame of TAVR all around the global level, and then you help us to set up the protocol for TAVR, and then it's truly honor and happy to have you with us here. And so what do you think is the future of TAVR?
So I think the future, how can I say this? It's bright. It's actually a very established market. Now we don't have to fight the surgeons anymore. We are partnering with the surgeons. We have still to learn a lot of things, obviously, as we move on. Things like lifetime management, including durability. We've learned a lot on how can we do the procedure safer. And most importantly, we have to say, if you recall, initially we tackled the patients, the octogenarians, patients that were 80 years and older, that even the surgeons didn't like to operate because of high risk. We went ahead, did that, but then it was so successful that we continued to go into lower risk in this age group, but then also lowered the age. So now we are in the 70s. Some people actually believe we could go in the mid-60s because even the mid-60s data out to 10 years for both valve types, balloon and self-expandable valves, are very, very good. They're not any worse than surgery. The redos obviously are a concern, but I'm sure that we will, with better techniques, we will do better, and we will also cover that. But I think in general, we move into the direction of TAVR being used in younger patients, in patients with asymptomatic stenosis, aortic stenosis, and also in patients with specific anatomic features like bicuspid aortic stenosis, now with the new valves, aortic insufficiency. So we're moving this field forward in a very successful way.
Yes, we know that bicuspid valve is a very major problem in Asia country. And also speaking of lifetime management, we know that sometimes the THV can cause a little bit of inflammation, and maybe in the long way it will cause bioprosthetic valve degeneration or dysfunction. So what do you think of the newer generation, newer design of the THV can improve this?
Essentially, I believe that durability can only be proven by durability, because you can claim that some features will improve durability. Whether that is true or not, we only see because time will tell. However, we know what is not good for the valves, and we did not do well, like under expansion, asymmetric deployments, the leaflet issues, thrombosis, halt, all these things we can improve. Also now with younger generations, we know that if we expand and that we try to be as circular as possible, then I think we can decrease the number of failures. However, like in surgery, all bioprosthetic valves at some point will degenerate, and we have to deal with that. That's why when you go into younger patients, I think it is extremely important to have the right choice for the very first valve. That is an important step where surgeons and interventional cardiologists and others have to join the team and decide on a patient-based decision what is best for individual patients. So we'll see how this is coming along. But I think overall, there's no sign in general that TAVR valves will degenerate earlier than surgical valves.
Oh, that is inspiring.